Hello again, everyone. I am Dr. Brian Smith, and this is Smart Lawyers Love Dumb Nurses on Spotify. This is episode 3, titled, If You Don't Use Your Head, You Will Have to Use Your Feet. I wonder how many hundreds of messengers were killed before someone was smart enough to say, "Don't kill the messenger." My goal with these podcasts is to be a messenger of hope and positivity. There are hundreds of messengers in the world today, and I am not sure sometimes what messages some are conveying. Often, they are wolves in sheep's clothing, so you have to use discretion. Many involve hate speech, selfish desires, or just for making money. This podcast was created to increase your faith and remind you that you can become the person you are meant to be. This podcast is free. If you like what you are hearing, please subscribe. And again, welcome to my podcast. As you can tell from the title of this podcast, Smart Lawyers Love Dumb Nurses, it is geared specifically to nursing students, young nurses, and nurses who have been in the field for many years. But I don't want to exclude others, not only in the healthcare field, such as social workers, nursing assistants, dietary, but also people who work with other people like the service industry. I welcome you to join into my podcast, listen in, and please send me your emails to brianlyon1957@gmail.com. Now, many managers and people in authority believe that they must show strength and power by taking the hard line. But this is often the wrong approach and attitude. You show strength by being gentle and patient and understanding. Now, some of you are in school now getting your degree, and I applaud you for that. We know that it is often challenging and you sacrifice a lot when you go to school or go for your training. You are away from your family. You are paying a lot of money. You're sacrificing your time, your energy, being with your loved ones. You're often in sometimes dangerous traffic, bumper to bumper, and you're working late hours, not getting your sleep, feeling stressed. For nursing students, passing the state boards is an incredibly important part of your self-worth. And that's true for everyone who is in training, in school, and pursuing your education. It's important for you, and you make a lot of sacrifices for that. So I take that very seriously. It's one of the reasons why I created this podcast, to help you along the way. But there's no doubt that your education is expensive. However, you pay not only tuition, but you must also especially pay attention. Pay attention to the world around you. Have a plan B. If you have to have a car, make sure that you've got a plan B in case that car doesn't always run the way it should. If you have a child, make sure you have a plan B to make sure someone is there in case your babysitter cannot take care of your child. But you can always find excuses why you fail. But remember, quitting will not make the accomplishment come any faster. Find a way to make it happen. Now, my goal as an educator, and especially for this podcast, is for you to become who you were meant to be. And let's start with your calmness, being calm. Your calmness is power. Did you realize that? Your self-control is a strength. You must master both. Self-control is like a muscle. You must exercise it every day. When self-control is achieved, everything else falls into place. Lack of self-control is like being a prisoner to emotion. Control your emotions instead of letting them control you. When you have self-control, there is a balance in your thinking. Let me give you an example. When you let people bait you into an argument, it is clear that you don't have full self-control. It's a learning experience. I have also found that complaining does not mean that you are a passionate person. Being passionate includes positive energy, focusing, planning, working for what you want. So let's be careful that we don't get into that habit of complaining. Remember what I said in episode 2. When you complain, half the people do not care. The other 50% are actually happy that you're having a bad day. So work on your self-control and your calmness. That is where you get your power. Work for what you want. Do not just wish for things. In fact, I hate it when someone says, I wish. Instead, think, I will work for what I want. Don't waste your energy by worrying every day. Use your energy to believe and accomplish. Remember, slow progress is still progress. Use your energy to believe and accomplish. This will lead to meaningful learning. Meaningful learning means that you are actually doing things that you are never going to forget. Now, how do you learn? Sometimes it takes repetition. Sometimes it takes taking that situation apart, hands-on training, and you never forget it. It's significant to your brain, to your learning. Here's why it's important. Meaningful learning leads to meaningful earning. Yes, it's true. I am talking about making money. Now, we don't want to focus on money, money, money. That's what the world does. But you're not in this to be a volunteer. You're going to school, or you're working these jobs. You're working 2 jobs. You're fighting traffic. You're sacrificing your time to make money. So it's important. Getting an education, for example, will help you to help your family to get into a better way of life and to give back to your community. So it's important. So we have to first realize that the person that we talk to the most is ourselves. Our inner dialogue has to be positive and proactive and gentle. We say too many things in our mind that are negative, and we talk ourselves into failure. So let's change and flip-flop our thinking a little bit. When someone says to you the word fail, for example, I have learned not to use the word fail because you're not really failing. It just means you didn't accomplish it the first time. But you may be told, well, you're a failure. You failed at that. Let's turn that word around. Fail. F-A-I-L. Change it to first attempt in learning. You hear the word no slammed in your face a lot. No, no, no. We're not going to hire you. No, you did not get that raise. No, you did not get that appointment to be the head of your department. N-O. Next opportunity. More than anything else, you have to be yourself because the world can spot a phony a mile away. Be yourself. Even if you feel like you're a little bit different and a little quirky, it's okay. We all were meant to be different and unique. To be yourself, you must free yourself. Free yourself of all the worries and anger and anxiety and fear. Remember this, no day is wasted in the pursuit of your goals. You say, that was a wasted day. All I did was mess up, got myself in trouble, I failed. I never believe that. Never. No day is wasted in the pursuit of our goals. We either win or we learn. So effective immediately, we are going to do things that will bring us peace, joy, and happiness. Number one, we are going to quit worrying. Give your burdens to God. You say, well, I'm an agnostic, I'm an atheist, I'm not sure whether I believe in God. Fine. You have to believe in something, and it better start with believing in yourself. I never go through a day where I don't talk to my Creator. Now, for me personally, I don't understand how or why people do not want to talk to the Creator of the universe. I am a man of faith, and I will talk about that on this podcast. Not to talk about malice and hate, but to encourage you to have a belief. It starts with our Creator. I want to talk to Him every day. He wants to hear your voice. So number two is talk to your Creator. Talk to the universe. Number three, have faith. Give your worrying to a higher power and watch what miracles can happen. Give me 1 week. Follow my plan for 1 week. Give it to the universe. Give your worries to the Creator of the universe. And let's see what miracles can happen. But that's too big of a burden to carry those worries, cares, and anxiety and fear. Give them up. Give them to God. Don't take them back. Have faith, because our Creator knows what He's doing. Number four, if you want something, write it down. Write it down. This may be hard for you to believe, but I write down 100 goals for myself every single year. I do. 100 goals. I read them aloud. I look at them every day. I read them to God. I frequently petition God. Help me get these goals. Help me for this to be in your will. Write down your goals. Make them measurable. Make them simple. Doesn't have to be anything fantastic or beyond the scope of your life. Make them simple. I want to lose 5 pounds. I want to visit Miami Beach. I want to buy a puppy. Whatever it might be, write them down. But make sure those goals are just a little bit out of your reach so that you can chase them and achieve them. Number 5, share with the less fortunate. Everyone that we meet is going through some type of struggle. Everyone. So give back to your community. Give back to those less fortunate. You cannot outgive the universe. Whatever power and energy you give out will come back to you in like kind. I 100% believe that. It starts with the less fortunate. Number 6, be patient. Be patient with yourself and be patient with those around you. Remember, sometimes we're not on our timetable. We are on God's timetable. Number 7, be kind. Kindness makes you beautiful. Show love and patience, but be kind to everyone. Animals, the flowers. Give out those gifts. Remember, a compliment is a gift. A smile is a gift. Letting someone out in busy traffic, that's giving back to the world. Be kind. Number 8, love yourself. Love yourself. I often have questionnaires for my students in my work, and I'll ask them, tell me the things in your life that you love. And they'll say things like, I love my family, I love God, I love strawberry cheesecake. Rarely does a student say back to me, I love myself. But you have to love yourself. You have to start being good to yourself, because you really can't take care of others if you don't take care of yourself. This is true in nursing, but also in whatever the job, profession that you might have. Number 9, I want to reiterate, to be yourself. Be yourself. You are unique, and not everybody can be the same. We were not created from a cookie cutter. Your gifts is what the world needs. The world needs what you bring to this universe. We need it. And number 10, always do your best. Your best is good enough. And if it wasn't good enough for a particular job or situation, then it wasn't meant to be. But happiness does not start with your relationships. It does not start with your job. It doesn't start with the amount of money that you have. It starts with you and your mindset and your self-control and your calmness. Now, I have found for nursing students or students who are in school for whatever their profession will be, the best student is a prepared student. Please don't think that it is the responsibility of your school to prepare you. That's a fallacy. It cannot be your school preparing you. You must prepare you. And that means having the right work habits and study habits to get the job done. So I want to start by giving you 5 things that I really want you to stop right now. Stop. Stop looking for a quick fix or an instant success, an instant happiness. It's not possible. It's not there. Number 4, stop thinking small. Oh, that's too big. I can't do that. I cannot achieve that. There's no way I can get this or get that. Stop thinking small. Number 3, stop making excuses, because that gives you an out when you don't make it and when you say, I'm not going to be able to achieve that goal. That's not make excuses. Number 2 is sometimes very difficult for a young person to accept this. You may not agree with it, but it is correct. Stop needing to be liked. Stop wanting to be liked by everybody. If everybody likes you, there's something wrong in your life. Something's wrong. Number 1, super important. I say it every episode. Stop being around toxic people. Stop. It's painful to get rid of that toxic situation or that toxic person, but it must be done. Now, people are searching for magic in this world. Searching for magic. But magic is a Hollywood myth. It's only in the movies. Magic cannot be seen in the present. It can only be seen when you are looking back and you think that was a magical moment. I want to say that again. Magic cannot be seen in the present. It can only be seen looking back. The real magic is waking up, getting up, cleaning up, dressing up, and showing up. And again, I want to talk for a few moments about your inner dialogue. person you talk to the most is you. So make sure you're being kind to yourself. But also have a filter in your mind. Don't believe everything you think. Now, what did he just say? I'll say it again. Don't believe everything you think. Put a filter on all the negativity that the world bombards you with. Filter it out. Talk and think about positivity, and I can do that. Don't have what we call self-fulfilling prophecy. Well, I just know I'm not going to do that. I'm going to mess it up. I just know I'm going to fail. Self-fulfilling prophecy, and then you'll be right. But tell yourself, I can do it, and if you didn't meet the standards, say, well, I still came a long way. I'm smarter now than I was at the beginning of the day, and I'll get it next time. Now, I believe that your past is important. You don't want to dwell and live in the past, but it's important to go through what you went through. It's very important. Why is that? Because your mental and physical scars are there to teach you another great lesson. Those scars and mental and physical scars remind you that life tried to break you and you survived and won. So now we're at this point today, listening to this podcast, that you can live now to be what you believe you can be. So now we focus on your present and future. We are moving forward. But you have to remember that there has never, ever been success without failure. Never. I remember reading about Michael Jordan. He did not make his high school basketball team. And how many times he had said in public statements that he became great because of all his failures. I can tell you that I have failed more times than all of my listeners listening to this podcast combined. I have failed many more times than I succeeded. Many more times. But I'm still here. After 37 years in this profession and going through school and getting degrees after degree after degree, I never let someone's opinion change how I felt and knew about myself. And I don't want you to do that either. Remember, your tests, your trials, your tribulations, your tormentors, they all become your teachers. You were built for challenges like this. It's not a coincidence that you're listening to this podcast. It is destiny. The universe is aligned for you. That's why you are listening to my voice. But again, I want to reiterate, don't believe everything you think. Filter out all the negative information, all the people that label you. Now, I do believe that if you are experiencing pain right now, listening to this podcast, life is trying to tell you something. Now, I can't tell you what that pain is coming from, the root of it. You will have to decide, and you will. You will know what is causing you to have pain, whether it's physical pain, mental pain, spiritual pain. Remember that we all are physical, mental, and spiritual. If you are experiencing pain, life is trying to tell you something. So what I'm trying to say in the final analysis is that focus is better than intelligence. Focus on what you need to do to get better and to have the kind of life that you want to have. You say, well, are you saying that focus is better than having intelligence? Yes, and I'll tell you why. How many people do you see in your daily walk and through meeting people and watching things on TV who are highly intelligent? but yet they fell short of their goals and they're not living their full life. But conversely, how many people have you seen who had a great focus? Not really much talent, but they were focused in all the goals and all the awards and all the things that they achieved because they were focused. Think about that. The key, though, is do not let emotions overpower your intelligence, because you are very intelligent. But you have to keep your emotions in check. That's why I say focus is better than intelligence. Do we need intelligence and knowledge and wisdom? Yes, we do. To acquire knowledge, you must study. To acquire wisdom, you must observe. Let me say that again. To acquire knowledge, you must study. To acquire wisdom, you must observe. I learn a lot by watching, noticing things. I call it the art of noticing. Great nurses are great because they notice things. So you can prove yourself by improving yourself. Prove yourself by improving yourself. Are you better today than you were yesterday? If you're not better today than you were yesterday, then you're backsliding, and that's never a good thing. Now, all of us will suffer if we have an emotional reaction to everything that is said to us. That's why I talked at the beginning of this podcast about having self-control and your mind being strong. You'll suffer if we have an emotional reaction to everything said. Again, focus is better than intelligence. Whether it's negativity, anger, or whatever, you'll suffer. If you are strong-minded, you can take what is said to you. If you are strong-minded, you will have restraint. How many videos have we seen on the media where people lose control and have no restraint? Anger is like a fire that will burn down your house. But if you allow words to control you, your emotions, your spirituality, your body, or your mind, then anything can control you. Remember, words are just words. They disappear into the air. Even if the words are statements like, you are not good enough, or you don't measure up, they're just words. And I love proving people wrong. Don't you? I can honestly tell you that one of the reasons why I got a master's degree and a doctorate is because I loved proving people wrong. Now, there are certain things we do have to give up in life, and these you may not agree with, and it's not the most popular thing that I talk about when I talk to my students or to myself. But these are some things I have had to give up and things that I want you to give up. Here's what we have to give up. Unhealthy lifestyles. That includes a poor diet, lack of sleep, lack of activity. I talked about having a short-term mindset and a quick fix, wanting a fast solution. Give that up. Thinking small, making excuses. Believing in magic. Remember, magic is a Hollywood word. The real magic is found in hard work. Overnight success is a myth, ladies and gentlemen. Also, give up being perfect. Give it up. You can aim for perfection. When you do that, you'll hit excellence every time, but you're not going to be perfect. I also want to remind you to be careful multitasking. Focus on one or two things at a time. You'll be more productive. And for my control people out there, give up the need to control everything. People who want to control everything are really hard to live with and really hard to work with. It's not a positive or an appealing thing. Now, this next advice is very difficult. Give up saying yes to everything that interferes with your goals. Yes, I'll work over. Yes, I'll do that. Yes, I'll pick this up. I'll pick up this shift. Saying yes to everything interferes with your goals. And again, I want to reiterate what I said. Give up believing everything you hear and everything that you think that media puts into your mind. There is no substitute for hard work. And remember, you're not going to work this hard forever. There is a goal in sight, and that is the wisdom and knowledge that you get, getting your degree, getting that certificate. Hard work is temporary, but laziness lasts forever. And again, I want to reiterate that every test, every tribulation, every trial, every tormentor, every torment, every tortuous journey is an opportunity for you to show your true heart. The real you is revealed in those moments. In conclusion, as I told you, this is going to be less than 30 minutes each podcast. Let God write your story with you. Do not take that pen out of his hand. When you don't have faith, you take the pen out of his hand. I want to give you God's phone number. Yes, I do. It is Jeremiah 33:3. Call to me, and I will answer you and tell you great and unsearchable things you do not know. Don't you love that? I want to thank you for listening to my podcast. Please subscribe. It's on Spotify. Again, my email address is brianlyon1957@gmail.com. I want to hear from you. That's brianlyon, all lowercase, 1957@gmail.com. Thank you again. I send out peace and love, and I hope that you join me again.